your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
If you look at current conditions, the one thing that'll be of interest, I think, is that wind direction out of the east now coming in at about 6. We'll have kind of a prevailing easterly flow over the course of the weekend, and that easterly wind, as opposed to a southwesterly wind, which we've had for a lot of the summer, is going to help us out. It's going to help us out in terms of taking some of the red tide smell and irritants in the air and maybe pushing them back out into Gulf waters. Now, the one thing we will get is a sea breeze, which will switch our winds around to a more southwesterly direction during the afternoon. But with the strength of an easterly wind, we might keep that sea breeze a little bit closer to the coast and perhaps even push it out into Gulf waters if the strength of the wind gets a little stronger over the course of the weekend. So we'll look for a 9 a.m. temperature of about 81 degrees. We'll have about a 10% chance of a shower. That's about it. Our rain chances much reduced for the morning hours over the next several days. So if you have an early tea time, I think this graph that you see here will be pretty much what we'll see Saturday and possibly Sunday as well. That is quiet through the morning hours, and then as we head into the afternoon, we'll probably uptick the rain chance just a little bit, but still below average at about 30%. As we look at the radar, we're noticing, well, not a whole lot of echoes across our area roadways this morning. That is because of that easterly wind flow kind of pushing our showers out into the Gulf. Now, we did have some overnight showers about 1 o'clock this morning. Some pretty good showers built and moved through, produced some 1-inch, 2-inch rainfalls in places around Northport. Al in Northport reported an 1.5 inch rainfall there during the overnight. We'll probably have to wait until this afternoon before we see those rain showers start to build once again. We've got a couple of persistent features on our weather map over the last few days. That has been this high pressure ridge, our Bermuda High out in the Atlantic, and this trough of low pressure, which has produced all those flooding rains and severe weather along the eastern seaboard and the Ohio Valley. Well, that trough is finally going to start lifting out and washing away as high pressure begins to build in. The high pressure building in will draw in some drier air and provide us with lesser rain chances. The coverage of the rains will be less. And we'll have this easterly wind flow under the underbelly of that high that'll continue to provide most of the activity focusing closer to our coastline as opposed to inland areas where it did over the last several days. So that's a little bit of a change. East wind builds, drier air moves in, and storms closer to our coastline for the next several days. Now, at the surface, it's still going to be warm and humid. But aloft at mid and upper levels, this drier air here on this map, indicated here by the bluer colors, begins to drift in. As it drifts in, it lowers our rain chances. Now, you'll notice little kind of blobs of high moisture content air. Redder is wetter here. These higher moisture content airs will, from day to day, change our rain chances a little bit. So there will be variation in the 7-day forecast. But still, on balance, lower than average rain chances for the next several days. Taking a look at the forecast, well, for boating, not too bad today. Southeast wind switching southwest with that sea breeze in the afternoon, coming in at about 10 knots. 2-foot seas light chop. There'll be a few showers out there, but nothing too terribly bad. Maybe isolated, we'll call them. 30% chance of rain today and tomorrow. Again, these rainfall chances a little bit different than we have seen in that we're not going to get the morning showers near the coast. We're going to wait till afternoon, watch the showers build inland, and then see them drift back toward the coastline during the later part of the afternoon and into the evening. On Sunday, maybe we'll keep the rain chance at about 40%, same thing on Monday, then reduce it once again on Tuesday and kind of hold it there lower than average for a couple of days before we start to increase rain chances once again.